the Cook, aka DC3, and I'm here for the third video in the process. So first we did the why, right? So when you're making music or when you're getting into anything, you should always know why you're doing it, what's your purpose in it, and you know that's going to be one of the key things that's going to pull you through in the end through careers and longevity is just having a purpose and being grounded in a why, you know, having a big something usually outside of yourself, and usually that's any big thing that's accomplished is somebody that's seeing outside of themselves. Okay, so that's number one, your why. Number two is to have a story, have a narrative, right? So like you're gonna need to have a story so that people can relate to you, right? I mean, that's, most of us buy things and enjoy watching things from people that we can relate to, right? Because they've either been in similar situations to us, or they live a similar lifestyle to us, or they have the same interests. You got to think about it, like most of the things you gravitate towards are things that you're interested in. Most of the people you gravitate towards are people that are interested in the same things as you. So when you have a story, you have a narrative, it helps you by putting you in touch with these people that you're most in common with. So that's what's so great about having a story, having a narrative. That's number two. And so the number three is making great music, man. You gotta make fucking great music if you're gonna build a following, or if you're gonna build a product that's gonna be able to be, that people are gonna wanna buy, and it's gonna be able to work in the marketplace, right? So you need to make great music. And making great music could it was all personal perspective, right? So like, just because I think something's great doesn't mean that you will. And just because you think something's great doesn't think somebody else will, right? So that's kind of where the marketplace has to decide, as Gary Vee would say, if anybody knows who Gary Vaynerchuk is. That's kind of something that the marketplace decides. Unfortunately, that's out of our hands. So as an artist, when I say make great music, I think it's just about like believing in what you're making, right? It's like believing in what you're making and legitimately like trying to take yourself out of the ego and saying, okay, music is great just because I fucking made it. You know, like objectively listening to your songs and taking yourself and putting yourself in maybe somebody else's shoes and legitimately like looking at what some great music is, or hits, or music that a lot of people like. And I'm not saying that you should classify your music as great based off if a lot of people like it, because we all know that there's some shitty music out there that a lot of people listen to for some reason. So I'm not saying that, but basically what I'm saying is there's still a difference between great music and something that you just threw together and is literally just some shit that sounds like everybody else. There's no originality to it. There's nothing unique about it. It's just bland. It's boring. I mean, everybody knows that one artist that they fucking tag you in a Facebook link. You listen to it and you're like, fuck, why did I waste my time on this shit? Like, why did I even have this person on my friends list? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? So number three, man, make great music. Put time into it, man. Study your craft, right? You know, look into other artists. Look into like, well, why is he following that certain rhythm on the hook? And then you hear in the background the three little synths that come in when the fucking hook's coming in, the synth's coming in, and he's riding that synth perfectly. So it's just all this beautiful melody meshing together to fucking serenade you, okay? So these are the things you got to think about. Number one, the why. Number two, what's your story, what's your narrative? And then number three, make great music, okay? So I'm here in St. Pete, Florida. It's a beautiful night, man. I figured I'm out for a walk. I'm going to hit this video up. So I did. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see y'all in the next video next week. Peace.